You as a man have this innate desire to go out there in the world and do things, to gather resources and leave your mark in the world. Because these are behaviors that lead to you being successfully able to reproduce. Because one of the criteria of mate selection that women use is, well, a man's ability to garner resources. So in the past, if a man really wanted to find a partner, he had to go out there in the world and put in effort, and then his brain would reward him with dopamine for the effort that he had put in. Fast forward to the 21st century and you no longer need to make the effort. Everything is at your fingertips. You want access to women, there's pornography. You want access to high calorie food, there is, well, Uber Eats, there's fast food everywhere. You want to be entertained, well, there's Netflix. You want to live in some fantasy land where you have unearned status, well, there are video games. There are sedation mechanisms all around you in the 21st century. The average man is just numb and he's being bombarded with unearned dopamine. And when you have all this pleasure around you, why bother working hard? It makes absolutely no sense. If I can have unlimited amount of dopamine without even lifting a finger, why should I go out there in the world and pursue something that requires a lot of effort? So over a period of time, young men have lost this ability to delay gratification. They have become addicted to instant gratification. And when you're this addicted to instant gratification, you lose your competitive edge. Like, you are the wolf that is fed and that is no longer hungry. The wolf at the top of the hill is less hungry than the wolf climbing the hill. You've lost that masculine edge to compete for resources and perhaps win and come up on top. And this is why 99% of the men will fail at whatever they are pursuing, simply because they're overfed by all these instant gratifications that are at their fingertips. However, as grim as the situation of the world sounds, this could be favorable to you. If you really want to come in the top 1% of men, the very first step that you need to take is get rid of instant gratification. You pretty much need to replace your mindset. You no longer should be seeking instant gratification, but you should rather replace it with delayed gratification. Only once you have this ability can you build things on top of this. It doesn't matter if your aim is to become a star athlete, a top tier businessman, or you really want to have a high-end career. The prerequisite for any of these things is the ability to delay gratification. If all you're doing is waking up and jerking off to porn and eating hamburgers and becoming sedated, you are no longer going to be able to do the hard work that is actually required to climb the ladder of success in any of these domains. Like, look around you. Most men are just doing the bare minimum. They're doing just enough to keep the boat floating. You ask that same sedated zombie of a man what he wanted to be as a kid, and you would get answers such as, I want to be a scientist, I want to be a star athlete, I want to be this, I want to be that. Now, these answers would be sort of unrealistic, but you could see the passion in their eyes. They were excited about their future prospects and they had this burning desire to do things. And they truly believed that they could do something exceptional. Ask those same men what are their greatest desires now, and it would now be something mediocre. Something that just continues their existence or makes them stay afloat. Oh, I just want to, I don't know, get a 9 to 5 that just pays bare minimum and hopefully I can finally buy a house after being in debt for 20 years. And the most horrifying part is most men are comfortable being in shitty situations because of these numbing agents. These numbing agents give you just enough pleasure to tolerate your miserable existence. You really want to know where you stand currently in the social hierarchy? Do this. For the next 1 week, cut off all sedating mechanisms. Anything that numbs you out, cut it off. No more porn, no more junk food, no more video games, no more binge watching shows. Nothing that gives you unearned dopamine, and then understand how you feel. That is the true representation of where you lie in the social hierarchy. If you feel miserable because you're obese, because you have nothing going on for you, you have no skills, then congratulations, you are a bottom tier person. You belong to the 99%. When the sedation has been removed, it's like the blindfolds have been lifted and you truly understand the horror of the situation that you're in. But this isn't to scare you. Not all hope is lost. It is only once you can see the horrors that are around you, it is only then can you start making progress. It is only then you can start self-improving. It is only then you can find the right path to climb up the social hierarchy. For those of you who are new here, my name is Jibreal Khan. I help men become the most productive versions of themselves and get rid of all their addictions to instant gratification. If you would like to have a one-on-one meeting with me, then check out the link in the description. Also, it's not like these numbing agents, these doses of instant gratification are fulfilling and everlasting. No, they are very, very temporary. Like, as soon as you swallow that last bite of the burger, it's over. You're back to your miserable existence. You're sedated, tired, unmotivated, and don't feel like doing things. Your relationships are garbage. your grades are shit, and your job is minimum wage. That is the reality of 99% of men. They are sedated and living mediocre and average lives, and they are not complaining because they have numbing agents in their lives. If you're a man who actually watches these kind of videos, these long unedited rants without the hype edits and dopamine seeking mechanisms, then congratulations, you are already better than, I would say, a large majority of men who can barely even watch a video that is longer than 10 seconds and is not filled with things popping out on the screen to hook their attention. You need to really examine your life and figure out what are the areas, what are the ways in which you are sedating yourself currently. Once you have eliminated all forms of sedation, then you're automatically going to desire to fill this void in your life. You are automatically going to be motivated to do things which are more fulfilling and they yield more tangible results. This is the very first step to becoming top 1%. The replacement of instant gratification with delayed gratification. But once you have actually accomplished this ability, then the next step is to put your brain points, your time and energy into the right domains. Even a manual laborer is pretty hardworking, but that does not yield success. If you really want to be successful, you need to put all this energy and time into the right domains, into the domains that yield high value. If you want to find out more about that, then make sure that you check out this video.